Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Mandy, and first of all I just want to start off by wishing everyone a happy new year. It's currently January 2nd whilst I'm filming this. Hopefully it will also be January 2nd when this video comes out. But yeah, so 2021 was a year. It had its ups and its downs, but I just really want 2022 to be an even better year for myself, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. So I wrote a list of things that I'm gonna do this year in order to make this year a better year than last and to reach my goals. And I thought, why not just share with others so we can kind of all do this together, or if you have some goals but you don't really know how to go about it, you can kind of have some inspiration from this. Or even if you don't have any goals, or you're thinking of resolutions but you're not really sure, maybe there are a few here that you're like, oh, you know what, I kind of want to do that too. So yeah, that's basically in short what this video is about, is how to make 2022 a great year for yourself. So if that's something that you're interested in, please keep on watching, and please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and also share this video with anyone you think this would be helpful for or like encouraging to. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I have a little I guess journal, diary, if you want to call it that. I made it myself, but I just kind of keep track of all my goals and all the things I want to do and achieve, and just things that I have to do. So it just says, today is a good day to smash some goals. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. In here I just wrote down a couple of points of things that I have started doing these things, because it is literally the 2nd of January today. And I tried filming this video before. I think I filmed it on the 30th of December, but I didn't like that video, so we're here going again. So step number 1 for me was to analyze 2021. So I just kind of took some time to think back onto the year that I had, what went well, what didn't go so well, why things that went well did go well, and why the things that didn't. And so that kind of led me to think about what kind of habits I have, any bad habits I have that I want to change. So one of my habits was just like procrastinating, like just chilling in bed sort of thing, and taking naps. And one way I've decided to kind of combat that is to get ready every day. So usually when I'm at home, I don't do my makeup. Most of the time I'd stay in my PJs or like comfy clothes, but today I got up, took a shower, did my hair, or like did my makeup. And having makeup on will prevent me from taking a nap, because I don't want to get foundation all over like my bed and stuff, and I don't like sleeping with makeup on, and I'm too lazy to take makeup off, so that will happen at the end of the day when I'm actually supposed to go to sleep. And just getting ready makes me feel like I want to do things. If I get dressed and like do my makeup and like make the effort to like look presentable and stuff, I kind of feel more determined and motivated to go on with my day. So these two steps kind of link together. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say step number 2 is to set a morning and nighttime routine. And the other step was just like set a general routine. I feel like it's really important to set yourself up for the day and like end the day. So for me, a morning routine would be waking up, reading the Bible, praying, writing in my journal, doing my skincare, and having breakfast. Those are the 4 main things that I want to be doing every single morning, apart from like showering and all that, brushing my teeth, all of that stuff. And then my nighttime routine would probably be the same, literally the same thing, except I wouldn't eat. Like after dinner I don't eat, so it'd just be like praying, writing in my journal, and doing my skincare routine. And obviously going on to like just setting a general routine, I feel like I waste a lot of time because I don't know what I'm supposed to be or what I want to do out of my day. Like I don't know what I want to get out of my day, but if I knew on this day I have A, B, C as a task, I kind of just know what I'm focusing on, and that make me more determined to do those things. So with like the morning and nighttime routine, you don't necessarily have to allocate a specific time because not everyone wakes up at the same time every day. If I just say, okay, I'm gonna allocate an hour to my morning routine, whether I wake up at like 7 or 6 or 5 or like 10, if I just have an hour to do all those things, and then my nighttime routine, maybe allocate like half an hour before I want to go to bed, I do those things, then it might be easier to consistently have a routine rather than trying to wake up at the same time every day, because there are going to be some days where you just really don't want to get up early, and that's completely fine. But if you focus on rather the amount of time rather than the actual time, it might be easier. However, on the other hand, I feel like when you want to set a routine for your day, I feel like having times that you want to do certain things works so much better, only because you have a clear vision of like your goals for the day or your tasks for the day and how much time you should be allocating to those tasks. So obviously we have like a body clock, so even if you just kind of train, like if you do want to start waking up earlier, if you kind of train your body by like, okay, maybe for like a week, you're like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at like 7 a.m. for a week, and I'm gonna go to sleep at like 10 p.m. for a week, you'll start to notice that slowly your body will kind of get used to that routine, and you will be waking up at certain times and feeling sleepy at certain times without having to set alarm. So yeah, set a routine, and more specifically set a morning routine and a nighttime routine. Tip number 3 is to set goals for yourself. Obviously everyone has goals, everyone has things they want to achieve, and I feel like having big goals is great. Like I literally think everyone should aim for the stars, because we are all capable of doing whatever we want if we put our mind to it and if we're determined and consistent. Like that is just what I believe. But I feel like it's really important to split big goals into smaller ones that you can achieve more easily, because it's very easy to get discouraged if you don't reach a big goal in a certain amount of time. It's more rewarding because you're completing goals as you go along, rather than just working for a long time towards one goal without having like this instant like rewards kind of thing where you can tick things off and say, I've done this, I've done that. Like I feel like it's easier to be consistent and to do well when you can kind of physically see that you are doing things well and you're on track, and that you can see that you're completing goals that you had for yourself. So number 4 would be, this is something I really want to do, is invest and save money. The world is changing, like the way people invest, the things that people are investing in, and the financial world is changing a lot, and I feel like it's very important to get clued up on it. So I feel like investing, cryptocurrency, I cannot speak today, cryptocurrency is like something I personally want to like research and like look into and learn about, so I can start investing, making money, because who doesn't want multiple streams of income? And I also want to start saving money. My fridge is making sounds. And I feel like when it comes to saving money, it's so easy to get demotivated, because you see this person has saved X amount in a year, this person has saved this amount in a year. But I feel like it's very important to figure out your financial goals for yourself, your financial situation, and just save what you can afford to save, because there's no point trying to save X amount if you then have to like sacrifice certain things, and maybe you have to sacrifice like eating well, or like doing things that bring you enjoyment, like hanging out with your friends, or doing, I don't know, going to the gym because you want to save a bit more. I feel like as long as you're trying and you're saving, I feel like that's good enough. So just save according to your own goals and according to what you can afford and what's best for you. Like, it doesn't matter what other people are saving. Just focus on yourself, because at the end of the day, we're all running a completely different race. Tip number 5 is to have a skincare and hair care routine. I love skincare. Since I was like maybe like 16 is when I started like having like a proper decent, I would say a decent skincare routine. I feel like it's very important to take care of yourself from the inside and the outside. Hair care is something where I feel like I lack. Like, I don't actually have like a proper hair care routine, which I want to change this year. Like, I want to take better care of my hair. I feel like when you take care of your physical appearance, it boosts your confidence, and I feel like when you're more confident, you achieve more, because it just gives you a bit of a boost of like motivation and determination. Taking care of yourself physically is also just as important, and that kind of leads me on to the next step, which is working out. So I know that not everyone is a gym boy, gym babe, not everyone enjoys working out, but working out doesn't actually mean you have to go to the gym. If the gym is not for you, then you can find some other type of form of exercise. Like, there's so many things you can do to just keep your body moving and keep yourself fit. A lot of us have kind of physical goals of like what we want our body to look like. Maybe you want to gain weight, maybe you want to lose weight, and obviously working out will help you reach those goals. I personally love going to the gym. Like, I really do enjoy the gym. I love weight training. I think it's so fun, but I hate cardio. But I have made the effort to walk to work every day and walk home from work rather than taking the bus. Loads of different forms of exercise that you can do. So I feel like it's just one of those things where you just have to try different things until you find the one that you enjoy. But working out has so many physical and mental health benefits. Working out is something that I really want to continue this year, but I want to be more consistent. I feel like I go through periods of time where like I'm going to the gym as often as I want to, like maybe like 4 times a week, and then I slip to like down to like once a week, and then I don't go for a month, and then I go back. And so this year my goal is not to start working out, but just to stay consistent with working out. So yeah. Okay, hi. So I actually started editing and then realized I literally skipped one of the tips. And so basically I was supposed to say tip number 7 is actually to work on your health, but this time I'm not really talking about working out, I'm talking about diet. So I feel like I'm not the healthiest person, do not get me wrong, but I do eat pretty healthy, but I know I could be healthier. And just living in a different country and not eating certain foods that I used to eat has really shown me how what you do eat can really change your body. When I was in the UK, I ate pretty healthy, I think. Most of the time I'd have like home cooked meals. Pretty healthy, but I didn't really gain much weight. Like, I wanted to gain weight, but I didn't really gain much weight, and I wasn't really sure if that was down to what I ate or how much I was eating. I feel it was probably the latter. But yeah, and then I moved to China and my diet changed. There were a lot of things that I ate at home that I wasn't able to find whilst I was living in China. The one thing I did notice when I was in China, the only thing that really changed was my diet. And my hair grew so much in that time. It was absolutely shocking. The only thing that changed was like the type of vegetables that I was eating. So I moved from the UK to China, back to the UK to Korea, which I'm currently in now. And when I was in Korea, again, my diet changed because different countries, different foods. And I started eating more delivery here, only because my work days in Korea are longer than what they were in China. And even when I was at uni, I feel like I had more time to cook and stuff. The thing that changed here is I gained more weight quickly, but my hair stopped growing again. Not stopped growing, but it's not growing like it did in China. And again, the only thing that changed was my diet. So that just kind of really emphasized to me how important your diet is for not only just like your weight and stuff, but like health inside and how it really affects like my hair. I this year definitely want to eat more home cooked meals. The kind of minerals and things that I need, vitamins that I need, that I guess I may not be getting enough of from my diet, I want to take like supplements for them and be consistent with them. And I also want to take more care of my gut health. Also, I know everyone says this, but I'm gonna say it anyways, to drink enough water. So yeah, that was step number 7. Now I'm done filming this, I'm gonna quickly go back and continue editing. So yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video. This is so weird because it's like editing Mandy, but it's the same Mandy because I'm like filming and editing on the same day. Anyways, whatever. Okay, bye. Okay, so tip number 8 is to find a hobby. And I feel like nowadays a lot of people turn hobbies into side hustles, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm actually going to go into that in a second. But life can be stressful and sometimes life can get on top of you, so I feel like it's really important to have a hobby, something that you do just purely for enjoyment, because it makes you feel relaxed, it makes you feel good, it cheers you up when you're having a low day. It's something you can do to feel better, sort of thing, to just kind of relax when life is getting too much, because life does get a lot sometimes, like it happens. My hobby was actually baking, like it still is. I really love baking, but I unintentionally turned it into a side hustle when I was living home in London. And although I still found it fun, it became really stressful. So I feel like it's important to find a hobby that you just enjoy for the sake, you do just for the sake of enjoyment and nothing else, like nothing less, nothing more, just the fact that it's fun. So yeah. Number 9 would be to learn or improve a skill. I feel like I'm learning so many different things right now, so I'm not adding anything to that list, but I do want to improve certain skills that I have. So I really love baking and cooking, so I want to improve both of them, but I didn't realize how much I really enjoy hosting dinners, so I just want to like improve that skill, learn some new recipes, probably host some more dinners because it's so fun. But yeah, I want to improve my cooking and baking skills. I started learning the guitar. I feel like I want to have like one sport and one instrument that I can play or do well. So I started learning the guitar, so I really want to take this year to really improve, because my friend is actually teaching me how to play. She's a music therapist, she has a YouTube channel, you should check her out too. But yeah, so I'm learning to play the guitar. And then the last skill that I'm learning is Korean. Obviously I'm currently living in Korea, well I say obviously, but maybe if you're new here you don't know, but I'm currently living in Korea as an English teacher, and I'm studying Korean. I'm teaching myself, and I just think it would be really cool to know another language. Like obviously I know English, I can speak French pretty well, I would say. I can also speak Lingala because my family from Congo, like I'm Congolese, but I feel like just learning another language would be amazing. Like how amazing would it be if I were able to say that I'm advanced at Korean? Like that is the goal. That's not the goal for like this year, who knows, it could happen in a year, but the goal is just to really improve my Korean and to be more comfortable and confident in my speaking abilities. I feel like everyone should aspire to just learn or improve one thing, at least one thing. Okay, so number 10 is side hustle. Like I mentioned before I mentioned you should find a hobby, but not find a hobby to make it into a side hustle. But I wasn't trying to say that you shouldn't have a side hustle. Me personally, I like nice things and I want to be able to afford nice things, but I also want to feel accomplished and feel like I worked hard to get those nice things. So a side hustle is what I want. Obviously when I was in the UK, like I said, I was selling cakes, and that was fun and stressful. It was stressful, but it was a lot of fun, and I did feel really accomplished, and I felt great at the fact that I was a student. I was also working a part-time job, and I had my own business. Like, I was really proud of myself, and I felt like a real sense of accomplishment. And I just feel like having multiple streams of income would be such an amazing thing. I am so grateful for the job that I have and grateful for the income I have, but I also just want more for myself. I feel like I personally am a high achiever. I always want to do more, and I always feel like there is something more I can be doing, something more I could be achieving. Once I've achieved something, I'm like, okay, what's the next goal? Like, what are we doing next, sort of thing. That's just the way I am. So I'm just taking some time to kind of figure out what I'm good at, and what I can give to people that they can benefit from. Doesn't necessarily have to be a physical product. Like, maybe you can offer like a service. I feel like the reason a lot of people get put off doing side hustles is there's so many business and so many things that may appear saturated, but I feel like there is literally space for everyone. You are unique, everyone is unique, and I feel like even if 10 people have the same business, they all bring their own unique twist to it. There are so many different brands, but although they may have similar clothing or whatever, they all have their kind of unique twist that makes some of us gravitate more towards one brand than towards another, even though they do sell like similar styles of clothing. That's the same with anything. You are a unique person, so you will bring something unique to the table, and there's room for everyone to eat at the table. And I, for one, just love seeing people do well. Like, I love seeing my friends do well. I love seeing my friends do things. I love seeing my siblings, my parents, like just the people around me, even strangers. I just love seeing that. So if you are watching this and you are considering creating a business or starting a YouTube channel or just creating like a guide or just doing something and you are hesitating, go for it. I am rooting for you. I don't really have that many tips when it comes to side hustle. I don't even know what I want to have as a side hustle at this moment, but if anyone wants to talk, anyone wants to, like, you know, need some encouragement, just literally DM me, send me a message. We can talk things out, we can kind of make steps together, do whatever you need to be done so you can chase your dreams. I'm encouraging you right now. I feel like I'm preaching, but I just feel like for a long time as well, I was very nervous about starting a YouTube channel, and I was very nervous about starting my cake business. But I'm so grateful for the people I have around me that encourage me, especially my parents. My parents encourage me to do every single thing that I desire. Like, if I have an idea that I want to do but I'm nervous, my parents just encourage me to go for it, and they're my biggest supporters, and I'm so grateful for them. But I know not everyone has people like that around them, so I just kind of want to be the person that my parents were and that my friends are and my siblings are to me, to other people. So that's why I got a bit preachy, because I just feel really strongly about it. So yeah. Number 11 is to build a wardrobe, and I just mean like build a wardrobe of staples, high quality staples that you can wear over and over again. I just want to build a wardrobe of high quality staple pieces. So I'm kind of just thinking about like the outfits that I want to wear, the outfits I like, and buying pieces that I can wear for multiple different outfits, but also making sure they're high quality so I don't have to keep on buying the same thing again. It's also better for the environment. And then my final tip number 12, is to, I hate saying cut off toxic people, and it's not even just people, but what I'm trying to say is to just anything that makes you feel negatively about yourself, anything that brings you down, you don't need to be dealing with that, and you don't have to accept feeling like that in the new year. So I feel like anything that is not serving, I hate saying not serving you, because in life not everything is supposed to serve you, if that makes sense. Sometimes things just happen and we grow from them, like we experience things and we grow. But if, for example, there are certain things on Instagram, like certain people you're following, where it's like maybe you're following certain celebs or like certain influencers, and it's like making you feel negatively about the way you look or something, then it's time to unfollow them. If you are afraid to be posting certain things because you're like, what will this person say about me? This person's probably gonna do this person's gonna say that. It's time to unfollow them. Like, there is no reason that you should be afraid to be your true, authentic self. If people will not accept you for who you are, then they do not need to be in your life. Or even if it's just, I don't know, like we should be really careful with the things that we're listening to and the things that we're watching. If you don't know, I love K-dramas. Like, I watch so many K-dramas. I think the first maybe like 4 years of watching like K-dramas, my go-to were like the lovey-dovey kind of cheerful girl meets boy, and then I started like dabbling into like other genres. So I started watching more like thrillers and mysteries, and there was like that shock factor, that thing that kind of reels you in where you're like, what's gonna happen next? So I ended up consistently watching those type of dramas, and I just realized that I was thinking more negatively. I was feeling down like a lot more often than I usually am. And even just like things like, obviously it's important to watch the news, but just constantly seeing bad things happen to so many different people was really affecting me and my outlook on life. Even though they're cheesy, I went back to watching those dramas, like the ones with the happy endings, and I just kind of limit, obviously it's very important to know what's going on in the world, but I kind of limit how much news I take in per day. Like, I literally feel so much better. Even like my whole outlook on like the world and stuff has gone back to being more positive. So I feel like anything that is making you feel negative or down or just very pessimistic, whether it's people that are doing that or things that you're watching, things you're listening to, I feel like you don't bring that into the new year with you. I feel like now is the perfect time to kind of just get rid of all of that, like leave that all behind. I say just do what's best for you. Sometimes you just have to put yourself first. And so those are all my tips. Those are all the things that I'm going to be doing, that I've started doing, and I will continue doing. And hopefully this has inspired some people to take some steps to reaching their goals and making 2022 a great year for yourself. Just a little small note I just wanted to make. I just wanted to say, obviously being motivated is very, very important, but I feel like reaching goals and doing things for yourself, you cannot depend solely on your motivation, because there are going to be days where you're not motivated, and that's completely fine. But I just feel like it's important to always stay determined and consistent, even if you are not motivated to do so. If you stay determined and you fix your eyes on your goals, then you're more likely to endure everything, because it's hard work and you have to be dedicated to putting in the work. And I feel like we're all capable of it. We just have to make the conscious decision to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna reach this goal. And just really believe in yourself and believe that you can, because you can. I think that's pretty much the end of the video. I don't want to ramble too long. I hope I haven't rambled too long. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was somewhat informative, encouraging, helpful. I hope everyone has an amazing year. I hope you all reach the goals that you have for yourself. And even if you don't, you just pick yourself back up and you go again. No matter how many times you fall, you just get up and we go again. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.